and you're live in the Facebook group.
Okay, thank you everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the Cosmic Perspective. This week's live video streaming to you through multiple different locations in the Facebook group, Facebook pages, LinkedIn, YouTube. So wherever you're coming in from, say hello. Let us know you are live with us. I'm going to pull some oracle cards, but first we are going to talk about Gate 62, which is all around human design. So if you are not certain what human design is, it is a beautiful blend of Western and Eastern medicine that has come together and put it into a beautiful body graph, is what it's called. I will grab. So for those of you watching for the first time, this is what your human design chart looks like. This is my husband's chart. All right, so if you, just similar to an astrology chart, go and put in your date of birth details, you will actually get spit out your body graph chart, which will give you an insight to what this is, right? This is you in a nutshell, through your spirit, through your personality now. Lots of different parts and pieces to the puzzle. However, we are all one. We are all connected in every aspect, which is why the solar transits happen every single week. Now, the sun is a solar transit and it's moved into gate 62 this week. This gate is called the Gate of Details, and it is transiting over the course of 6 days, which ends today. This gate will finish today, and then tomorrow we will move into a new gate, which is gate 56. So what happens here is when we follow solar transits consistently, just like you follow the moon, just like you follow the sun, day, night, etc. I have personally found that it offers us an insight to the energy that is impacting our Earth right now and how these transits impact us personally, professionally, and when we don't have these gates, right, we receive this energy. So we get a sample for a whole week of what this gate 62 cosmic flow is all about. And if you already have it, you're probably going to recognize some of the things I'm going to explain to you today. And you're just going to go, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense, right? So basically what will happen is if you have gate 62, it's going to amplify it. So please put in the comments if you have gate 62. If you know where gate 62 is, let me know in the comments as well. I'm going to show you where gate 62 is. So this is my chart. Got lots of notes over it. So gate 62 is coming out of the throat chakra here, and it is leading up towards your ajna, your third eye. Right, so gate 62 comes from the throat. It is the voice of I believe. Okay, so gate 62 is coming from the throat, as I said. The voice of I think, not I believe, I'm sorry. There's another gate that is. But it is about expressing your thoughts from the ajna clearly and precisely. So people with gate 62 are really excellent at spotting patterns and naming things and breaking down complex ideas into small, easy steps. So this week, even if you don't have this in your chart, you can tap into this energy, right? Use your human design strategy and authority to actually tap into the energy of this gate, right? Now, this energy is going to allow you this week, for those who don't have it, this is how you're going to tap into it. You're going to spot details and patterns into things that maybe you didn't spot before, and you're going to have an aha moment, right? You're going to be able to sort of put things into like really easy steps. You're going to be able to communicate things really effectively that you're like, oh, that worked out really well. I'm so pleased, right? For business owners, that's going to be perhaps naming your process, getting some clarity around what that looks like, and putting a plan in place with this new information and starting to do something about it, taking that inspired action, right? Because what will happen with the 62 is you will get stuck in the overthinking of the details, right? So the action tip, the inspired action tip to take this week is brainstorm all of the details. Brainstorm everything. If you are overthinking it, brainstorm all the ideas. Then trust your intuition, listen to your strategy, listen to your authority, and then take inspired action. So I've pulled a card for all the types this week. Now, for those who are watching, hello. So for each aura type, which is your human design type, I have pulled a card this week that will access more information for your soulful self, right? So for me, I'm a generator. So my strategy is to respond, and my authority is through that sacral yes, no. So each type has a different way of listening to their strategy and authority. And each card is going to express itself differently through gate 62, as well as your human design type. So first things first, I'm going to go into the manifestors. If you are a manifester, please raise your hand, say hello, let me know you're here. However, the card this week for you manifestors, when it comes to details, right? When it comes to gate 62's details, brainstorming, it's leadership, right? You're being asked to step into that leadership role. You are being guided to initiate and inform your people of what your plans are, what the details are, right? As a manifestor, as a mum who has a manifesting daughter, right? Her leadership is just stepping up and starting to inform people what she's doing, starting to step into her own power, right? So when she was young, I was teaching her to step into her leadership role. And she loves leadership because it's being able to inform and delegate, right? Initiate someone else to do it, right? Because she's not designed to be the Energizer Bunny that we're all meant to be, right? So when you stand in your power, when you sit in your leadership role with all the details, gate 62, right? When you communicate that very effectively, and this week, if you don't have this gate, it is a wisdom bomb of learning how to actually articulate clearly and concisely, and then practice that over the next 12 months, because we're not going to go around to this gate until then again. So manifestors, leadership, stand in your power, step into your leadership through the informing, through the initiating your strategy and your authority with the details that you want to start moving forward with, right? There are energetic details that you're receiving that you're going to go, right, I want to move forward with this, right? We've been going through these phases every single week. And if you're following consistently, you will really, really, truly understand how this cyclic flow has been happening and why we're looking at the gate of details this week over everything else, right? It's the cosmic perspective. This is how the universe rolls. It is magic. So manifestors, step into your leadership through details. Generators and manifesting generators. This card is for us and you. And it is, let me see if I can see this right. Imagination. Right? So start to imagine the details. Start to conjure up in your mind's eye where the patterns have been spotted and where you can start to see the details of what that looks like, and imagine, right? We have the strategy of responding. As generators and manigens, we respond. So if we conjure up in our mind the details of what we would like to receive, right, what we would like to create, what we're working on next, the next project, the next plan, if we can conjure up in our mind's eye through imagination what that looks like and then respond through the yes of our sacral, the yes of our emotional clarity, and follow that flow. Don't get caught up, however, many gens and gens, because you can do so much at once. Don't get caught up in the overthinking, imagination, right? You hear and you spend a lot of time here. Start to really expand that into the body and allow the sacral to respond to you, right? Through that Listen to that mechanism. It will serve you very, very well this week. Okay. Now, reflectors. This card is for you, my dears. And it's polarity. Right? And as reflectors, your gates are the only influence you have in your life that you know is sound and is yours. The rest of it comes and goes. It is not here nor there. So this is where you get to activate the polarity, right? Where you get to embody, you get to transform, you get to take on the energy that feels light. You get to understand that the law of polarity must have a dark with that light. You are very clear. Your chart reflects that very much. You're, as a reflector, you reflect back into the universe and back into the community and back into your life exactly what, right? The shadow and the light. But it's choosing that light time and time again, and with your certainty, right? And if you have gate 62 this week, you know those details. You know what you want, you know how you want to do it, you know how you want to live it, and everything else should be that reflection. The polarity of the light is what I'm hearing, right? It cannot happen. The shadow cannot happen without the light, right? But it's integrating both and remembering that they are two separate, yet they can be as one. One can be just as bright as the other. And it's a choice. So reflectors, tune into those details, tune into those desires. Where are you headed? Where are you going? Allowing that flow and that cycle to give you, right, the polarity of it all, but then choosing the light from your heart, right? That's your shift this week. Projectors, this card is for you, and it's adventure. Feels very holiday, it feels very holiday planning a different career, planning a different, something different. It's an adventure. You know, the old saying is a change is as good as a holiday. This week, those details are coming in of what that change, what that adventure is going to be, what that looks like for you as a projector, right? Remembering to wait for your invitation, wait for your recognition, use your strategy, use your authority, and choosing your adventure wisely, listening to your authority, right? Projectors, you have so much openness sometimes that there is, you know, it's an environmental thing. Sometimes it can be a emotional thing. Sometimes it can be a splenic thing. You have to sit there and think, how is my authority as a projector when I wait for the invitation, wait for the recognition? If I listen to that, it will take me on an adventure that I dream to happen. And it kind of feels very real in that aspect, projectors. Really listen to those details. Fine tune those details. Find out what needs to be perhaps done differently, right? And start to look at manifesting that adventure. Start to create it, make it happen. All right. So that is the cosmic perspective for this week for gate 62. As I said, we are heading into gate 56, which is the storyteller, next week, as of tomorrow, which is next week on the cosmic perspective. So we will talk more then. So until now, bye for now.